Good afternoon. Welcome to Fifth Third Arena, down the Blackhawks practice facility here, obviously in Chicago, Illinois. Game one of the Chicago Mission Showcase. Fox Motors takes on the Madison Capitals. These two teams have not met yet this year. Fox, fresh off the 3-2 overtime win over Little Caesars, comes in ranked number 3 in the nation. Madison comes in ranked 13th. Do have some very, very good news. Andrew Krochok will see his first action of the season back on the defensive side of the puck. And that means Kale will move up to forward now. Mason Martin in net. Parker Duraney, Jack Langen at D. Kale Thornton, Easton Ball, and Mason Hartz at forward. 18-minute period here. I'll have to adjust the clock in a little bit. Ballsy wins that forward. Right to Hartz. Hartz enters his own. Hartz shot. Locked up into the netting. Give me a second here to get the clock on. Bank 5. Ball wins this with Kale. Punch deep in the corner. Lyman steps, gets a stick on this. Madison breaks out. Near side, 2-on-1 on Duraney. Poke that away. Ball there for it. Poke ahead to Kale. Kale swipe at it. Can't get there. Punched in deep by Madison. Langen for it. Langen around one. Backhand one through the middle. Hart's on it. Hartz throws this thing deep. Ball, bouncing puck. Easton on it. Easton taking into the boards. Wins this around for Adams. Top 3 to Dylan. Dylan in around 1. Dylan in around 2. In the slot. Dylan backhand or backside for Adams rather. Doesn't connect. Adams on the back check. Poked in deep. We got Ryan, Dylan, Ryder, Andrew, and Lenny out there. Dylan near side. Puts this in deep. Adams hard after it. Ryan gets a stick on this. Right to Adams. Adams rolls off his stick. Madison with it. Gets in deep. Madison wins that race. Lenny, Andrew turned over. He's going for it. Doesn't get there. Madison still on it. Up to the point now. Shot through. Mason fights that off. In the far corner now. Centering pass doesn't connect. Bounces all the way up to the point here. Walks the line. Shot blocked by Dylan. Ryan with it. Ryan by himself. Throws this in deep. Long shift. Goalie outside. Goalie sets this up behind the net. And Taya, Ty, Penny, Fink, Scoops with it. Scoops near side. Misses Antaya. Big bounce. Fink poked out of the zone. And deep. That puck hits Jack. Fink looks near side for Antaya. Antaya throws this in deep. He's taken down. Madison with the puck near side. Scoops with it. Frees this up. Penny. Bad for Ty. Ty falls down at the blue line. Puck pops up Coaster. Coaster tries to throw it in deep. Puck is out of the zone. Madison in deep. Fink loves us down at the blue line. Fink taking off the puck. Comes to Kai. Kai through the middle. In deep. Glove down. Madison near side now. Red line and in deep. Mason out to play. Sets us up for Coops. Coops comes out far side. Coops for Granville. Granville for Day. Day turned over out of the zone. Pitched in near corner. Langen on him. Centering pass. Harper takes this away. Behind the net, Duraney with it. Duraney turned over. Langen takes this bouncing top. Through the middle. Turned over. Harper stands him up. Up in the far corner now. Behind the net. Lead to Langen. Langen takes a look. Lifts this to Granville. Catches it. Sets it down for himself. Granville enters the zone. He's got Day and Duraney. Granville taking off that puck. Good time. To the middle, off a skate. No Mason. Mason out to play it for Hartz. Hartz reverses it for Duraney. Duraney for Langen. Langen back for Duraney. Duraney back there. Turned over. Langen stands him up in front of the Fox bench. Out the puck. Kale kicks this out of the zone. Through the middle, turned over to Ryan. Ryan's got Kale with him. Ryan turned over again. Fox just cannot settle it down right now. Tuck in deep on Lyman. Through the middle, connect. Kale skates this up. 5-2 hit Ryan in the skate. Madison looks near side. Chips through the middle, gets back Lyman. Delaney on it. Off the boards, not out. Tries it again. Takes a weird bounce off the stanchion. Comes back down low. To the point, shot through wide. Big bounce. Comes to Braxton. Turned over. Saved by Mason. Pick up one by Madison. Unity. Going out on him. Shot. Mason makes the save. And he ties this up. Ryder can't quite get there. Andrew picks this off. Andrew out with it. Tipped away by Madison. Sent right back in deep on Mason. Mason leaves it for Lenny, and Lenny rims it for Dylan. Dylan picks it off the boards. Avoids the hit. Turned it over, though. Down deep. Madison on it in the corner now. Andrew rides him into the wall. Madison with it. Lenny can't find it. Madison takes it back. On the boards. Near side now at the point. Tries to force one through Dylan. Dylan gets the skate on this, puts it in the corner. Madison still with it. Turns the corner. Puts the guy trailing. Shot through. Tipped wide. Madison still with it in the corner. Down low now. Shot. Mason saves this into the corner. Lenny down low for it with Lenny. Now Andrew. Lenny and Andrew. Andrew ties this up. Lenny with the hit actually knocks Andrew down. Puck pops through to the middle. Bouncing puck. Loose. Mason will not save that. Madison thoroughly controlling play right now. Ball, Molyneux. Project Taya with Fink and Coops. Coops, Fink stands him up near side. Going in deep. Mason out to play it. No, he isn't. Coops for it. Rims it around for Antaya. Antaya picks this up, takes a look. Throws it in deep. Tie in after it. Puck rimmed around by Madison. Fink takes this. Comes one just wide. Big rebound. It's right out to Madison. Poked away by Kai. Kai behind the goal line with it. Gets it around the net. Takes a look. Backhands one along for ball. Ball turned away. Down low. Tries to get it to Antaya. It's tied up in a skate. Tipped around. Kai knocks this down at the half mark. Takes a look. Kai has this tied up. Ball pulls it out. He misses Fink. Puck all the way out of the zone. Mason for it. Sets it up for Fink. Fink off the boards for Kai. Kai skates it back into the zone. Kai retreats. Finally gets free. Cuts around one. Over to Fink. Fink red line. Deep. The way up the play. Gets a stick on it. Ryan with a hit in the corner. Granville knocked off his stick. Tries to throw it back to Ryan. Ryan in the middle. Shot. Kai hits the crossbar. Day, Granville, Toysher, Langen, Durangan. Ryan thrown out of the dot. Granville in to take the draw. Wins this clean to Parker. Parker walks the blue line. Down to Day. Day, top of the circle, down low. Big bounce, misses Ryan. Madison comes away with time. Granville gets a stick on there. Day keeps it in. Going down low. Day gets chase. Day wins it. Centers one, nobody home. Ryan with a whack at it. Loose puck in the crease. Madison breaks out. Front of the Fox touch, gets ahead. Langan picks us up at the goal line, takes a look, wins it around for Day. Day through the middle for Ryan. Ryan's got Granville. That hits a skate. Ryan can't drag it through. Puck in deep. Delaney on it for Langan. Langan for Granville. Granville back, splits Langan and Day. Puck in deep. Madison off a skate, still with it. Langan finds this, throws it in deep. Penny hard after it. Through the middle. Ice things waved off. Mason behind the net. Wins this around. Harts chips ahead to Penny. Penny in with Kale. Penny tied up. Puck free to Lenny. Takes in deep. Kale after it. Reversed by the D. Banks knocks this down. Fox touches up. Penny and Kale in after it. Through the middle, that connects. Madison throws this in deep. Mason out for it. Mason to Henning. Henning misses Fink. That's going to bounce right out to Madison. Through the middle, Kale takes the stick away. Puck bounces all the way far side. Lenny picks him up. Centering pass comes to Kale. Kale off the glass. Hart's after it. Near side. Madison. Connect. Ball. Knocked off his stick in deep. Andrew on it. Ties him up. Right for Easton. Easton around the corner. Easton through the middle. Offsides. Ryder, Easton, Dylan, Andrew, Costa. First off, one of Coops. Coops takes a look. Through the middle, hits Ryder. Ryder backhands it in deep. Over the D. Up down low, Dylan gives chase. Puts the skate behind the net, pops out right into the crease. Can't find it though. Andrew steps, keeps this in, cycles it down for Ryder. Ryder through the middle, nobody home. Madison through the middle, that hits the stick. Icing on is up. And called. First off, one by Madison. Off the glass. Andrew can't get there. Icing's waved off. Mason out play it, rims it around. Comes right to Madison. Andrew knocks him off the puck, skates out with it. Andrew through the middle for Intea. Intea. Slides one through. Ryan, Kai, Jake, Langland, Duraney. Puts off one to the wall. Intea moves it in deep. Ryan picks it up on the goal line. Behind the net now. Tries to get one to Langan. Bounces puck over Jack's stick. Jack at the red or blue line rather. Throws this in deep. Puck touches up. Ryan in after it. Kai gets a stick on this. Slows it down. Madison still with it. Through the middle. Ryan stands him up. Intea takes the puck. Parker skates it in. Parker in 1-on-3. Parker shot. Saved. Up into the corner. Puck bounces up the wall for Langan. Backhands it for Kai. Kai pokes along for Ryan. Ryan back to Kai. Shot. Hits a stick. Parker step. Keeps this in. Madison with it behind the net now. Tipped around Parker in deep. Mason for it. Leaves it for Langan. Langan picks this up. Takes a look. Skates it behind the net. Heads north south. Drops it. Oh boy, dangerous. Parker for Penny. Icing arm is up. And called. 7:19 left, first period. Fox trails 1-0, being outshot 3-5. Heading in to take the draw with Granville, Day, Fink, and Coops. Face off. Penny ties this up. Madison takes it away though. Puck drive to the line, down low, tip goes wide. Madison still with it. Side of the net, shot wide. Puck rolls near side for Day. Day takes it back into them deep. Fully with it, sets it up behind the net. Granville turns him over. Side of the net, Penny knocked off that puck. Madison exits with it now. Through the middle, doesn't connect. Comes right back to him now. Now it connects near side. Blue line. Think with the hit. Madison still with the puck. Dropped in. Behind the goal line now. Penny tries to poke it around. Can't. Comes to Coop. On the wall. Granville. Flips ahead. Not out. Up down low. Now right back to the slot. Shot. Mason sucks this up. Arts. Thornton. Ball. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Laura's down there. Henning gets this, throws it off the boards, doesn't make it to Kale. Rim back around, rides the line. Henning with a hit, ties this up. Down the corner. Lenny, with help from Paul, tries to move it ahead for Hart. Top three in between Mason and Andrew. Henning gets a stick on it, throws it to Kale. Kale through the middle for Ball. Ball has Hearts up ahead. Ball with speed through the middle, taking off that puck. Connects in behind Langen. Shot, Mason glove save. Ryan, Ryder, Dylan, Parker, Jack. Face off one in the corner for Duraney. Off the board softly, not far enough. Madison with it, down low. Langen runs him off the puck and rimmed around. Not out of the zone. Langen with the hit. Ties this up, gets help from Ryan. Ryan rims this. That's got to settle. It will. No icing. Madison, near side, now behind the net again. Adams gets chased. Connects. Rip through the middle. And that connects. And on Langen, 2-on-1. Pass, shot, third. Penny, Ty, and Taya, Hoops, Fink. Hoops to Fink near side. Fink skates up through the middle. Puts this in deep. Taya over for it. Backhands it along for Penny. Penny for Ty. Ty is loose in the middle. Shot up in the air. And he can't find it. Or Taya can't find it right. And now it's covered. Same five. Draw one on net. Goalie kicks it in the corner. Off the glass. Fink keeps this in right to Madison line. Connect. They're in. Fink gets a stick on it. Flip in the corner. Penny. Oh, Braxton is not going to get called for that. On the net. Penny gets away with it. Switch this. Not out. Shot goes just wide. Think race is there. Not going to get there. Penny behind the net with it. Kai skates out through the middle. Got Antea up ahead. Kai enters his own. Tries to drag through. Taking off that puck. Slowly out to play it. Easton picks this off. Easton shoots. Just over the net. Granville stays from going out off sides. Comes right up to Lenny. Lenny over to Andrew. Andrew back to Lenny. Lenny shots blocked. Keeps it in though. Backhand to long for Granville. Rolling puck. Granville back into the long. Madison takes this through the middle. Jay stands him up. Henning over the shortstop. Andrew through the middle. Jay. Ball. Ball for Granville. Not connecting. Up in the air. Lenny bats this down. Madison gets it out though. And on Andrew. Poked in boots. On the net. Centered. Oh, Ryan picks this right up on Mason. Who's going to create that spark for Fox? Glacier, Dorrington, Harts, Coop. Ryan throwing out Kalen to take the draw. Wins this back for Coops. Coops throws it off the boards, not out. Through the middle. Ryan blocks this out of his zone. Ryan down to a knee. Kale overskates it. Coops. Through the middle. Harts. Harts up ahead for Ryan. Doesn't connect. Finks skates up for it. Poked away from him and down low on Mason. Mason for Coops. Coops for Harts. Hart centers with Kale. Moves it to Kale and his feet. Langen stands him up. Duraney on it now. Duraney to a lot of bodies. Puck pops free to Madison. Good up by Penny. Penny over to Kale. Chipped ahead. Kale gloves this down. Madison near side. Langen retreats, takes a look. Up to the point, not out. Poked away by Jack. Yelling on it now. Going to Langen. It's out from Penny. Penny flips this way up in the air. Ryder gives chase and doesn't get there. Madison. Parker takes this away. Parker takes a look at the red line, skates it into the zone. Round one, round two. Parker in, kicks it into the corner. Off the boards for Dylan. Dylan and the blue line down for Adams. Adams for Duraney. Duraney poked off his stick at the blue line. Backhands it along for Adams. Adams tries to feather one to Penny through the middle, taken away. It's going to be an icing. Ball and Taylor, Ty, Henning, Protop. Goes up, tied up in the dot. Madison takes it. Off the glass. Andrew gloves this down. Poked away from him. Lenny over for it. Hits Andrew with it. Andrew soft chip ahead for Ty. Ty chips ahead. Madison with it. Move to their D to D. Through the middle. Hits a stick and deep. Henning first one there. Ties up the Madison player. Madison takes it away cleanly through the middle, hits a skate, luckily. Behind the net, ball takes that away, pokes it along for Kai. Kai flips one through the middle for Taya. Jake skates into this, sends it in deep. Fox gets a change. 40 seconds left in the period. Madison with speed. Near side, and deep. Boot can sink, take that away. Puck tops free to the point. Madison. Ryan takes this away. Ryan and Dylan. Ryan over to Dylan. Dylan back down for Ryan. Ryan shot. Doesn't make it through. Comes right back to him. Ryan on the goal line. Shoots. Ryan, Dylan, Ryder, Parker, Jess. 12.2 left first period. Shots are 9-6 in favor of Madison. Score is 2-0 in favor of Madison. Draw, splits the D. Parker gets it, sends a shot through. Just wide. Langen picks this up with 6 left. Sends a shot through. It's the post. I'm going to get a penalty here on Madison to start the period. Cross check for Madison. So Fox will start the second period on the power play. Fox will send out Dylan, Ryan, Ryder, Parker, Lenny for the power play. Face off, won by Madison, indeed. Parker picks it up. Archer comes out far side with it. Near side to Ryan. Ryan enters with speed. Ronald D. Ryan shoots over the net. Glove it down. Backhand it along for Dylan. Dylan backhands it all the way up the wall for Parker. Parker off the blue line. To Lenny. Lenny back to Parker. Catches this. Looks back to Ryan. Got through. Save loose. Dylan. Shot save. Madison tries to clear it. Can't. Ryder with it. Ryder up the board for Parker. Parker at the blue line with it. Over for Ryan. Ryan top of the circle. Back to Parker. Parker sends it through. Let's block. Parker down low for Ryder. Ryder back. Parker shot. Blocked. And right to Ryan. Ryan shot is blocked. Madison clears this out on Mason. Move it, Mason. There you go. Don't let him change. Oh, no. Madison throws this all the way down. Parker's going to get there. After a touch from Mason. 50 seconds left on the power play. Parker for Kai. Kai skates it around the net. Heads north-south near 5. Through the contact to Langen inadvertently. Offsides. Andrew takes Lenny's spot. The other, no, and Langham takes Parker's spot. Takes off one by Ryan to Dylan. Dylan at the red line. Takes this thing. Dylan kicks it to himself. Takes a drop pass. Rides the goal line now. Takes a look. Tries to force into Andrew. Turned over. Madison skates this out. Throws it in deep. Big bounce to Langen. Langen for Ryan. Ryan kicks it to Andrew. 20 seconds left on the power play now. Andrew over for Dylan. Madison takes that away right off a change. Langen stands him up, puck in deep on Madison's stick. There's the brakes on. Andrew takes it away, pulls it around, and Dylan's feet. Andrew still with it. Back to even strength. Ryder through the middle. Doesn't connect. In deep. Get past Andrew along the back wall. Langen backhanded up in the air. Puck comes to Andrew. Andrew along for Ryder. Ryder takes a look. Throws the brakes on. Tips it off the boards for Andrew. Dylan's stick now. Long shift for these power play guys. Oh, through the middle. Rips off Langen's stick. To the point now. Back to a pass. Saved. Andrew with it. Forwards need to change. Andrew off the glass. That's not going to be far enough. Oh, but it mishandled it. Ryder takes this in. Ryder sends one on target. Madison behind the net with it now. Shipped along. Madison has it. Penny on it. And he goes for the hit. Ties up the puck. Puck comes free to Hartz. He's got Thornton with him. Hartz sends one to Coops. Shot. Tail gets that in. Coops put one on net. Hits the post. Lands right in the crease. And Cale Thornton pops that in. Fox cuts the lead in half. Penny, Thornton, Hartz, Henning, Deraney now. You get a change here at the last second. I couldn't hear who got the assist. It should be 53. Face off. Kale pokes this ahead. Madison has it though. Kale in on him. Takes that away. Bouncing puck. Madison throws this in deep. Henning over for it. In deep. Mason thought about playing. Lenny rims this around for Hartz. Hartz chips it out of the zone. Penny gives chase. He takes a good angle. Penny ties him up. Puck behind the net. Kale stands him up. Puck free to Kale. Pokes this in deep. Ball gives chase. Ball. Oh, no. They're going to give Easton a penalty for a high stick. He went in hard with the stick lift, and they're going to say it was a high stick. We're going to have Ryan and Antea with Fink and Coops. Face off. Madison at top. Can't control that. Keeps it in there. Walks it over to the far side. In the middle. Ryan takes that away. Doesn't get there, though. Puck's still in the zone. Madison with it. Down low. At the point. Far side now. Along the wall. And Antea's feet. Antea. Oh, no. Right up to the point. Through the middle. Connects. Backhander. Taken by Ryan. Not out of the zone, though. Shot blocked by Ryan behind the net. Oops, long stick gets at the Fink. Fink rims this around. That rides the dasher all the way out of the zone. Hits the snow though and dies. Ryan and Taya get a change. We got Kai and Dylan out. Kai with a stick. Madison through the middle. Poked off his stick. First to speed. Kai's got Costa. Kai in. Poked away from him. Madison's gonna have numbers now. Costa's got to get back. Through the middle. Connects. Madison enters. 55 seconds left on the power clock. Delaney sends him wide. Pokes this away. Parker with Dylan and Kai. Threes. Dylan enters the zone. Delaney drives the net. Through the feet, doesn't connect. Dylan probably should have just shot that. He's probably wishing he would have. Stretch pass by Madison. Shot misses. Delaney, that's chipped on him. Langen gets a stick on it. 25 seconds. Parker rims this hard. Not out. Dylan can't get there. Parker down low, ties his stick up. Langen, nobody home for Madison. That puck comes all the way out. 12 seconds left on the PK for 5. Ryder and Penny out now. Picked up by Parker. Oh, it hits the linesman. Come on. Puck in deep for Madison. Langen step. Back to this. Glove down by Madison. Penny to ball. Oh. Puck hits, I think, the linesman in the head. He's okay, though. He gave a thumbs up to his teammate. Langen steps up, plays the body. Puck in deep on Adams sticks. Ryder Adams behind the net. Backhands one for Langen. Misses, though. Madison takes it. Through the middle, connects. Penny gets just enough to redirect it. Long shift here for these penalty killers. Madison through the middle. Mason sticks it into the corner. Adams, rolling puck, picks it up, flips it ahead for ball. Icing. Face off, tied up, throw talk, Cloister, Day. Oh no, loose in front. Henning distracts him enough. Not that he even got the puck, but he got it out of the way. Rolling puck in the middle. Ryan takes it. Ryan up ice. He's got Antea and Day. Over to Day. Oh. Ryan wanted Liam to give that puck right back to him. Day off, tie on. With Ryan, Antea, Henning, Krochuk. Face off clean win to Andrew. Enters the zone, rolling puck, takes a hit, keeps the puck on his stick, Kai throws it in deep. Behind the net, goalie knocks this down. And Taylor with the stick lift to Kai, who's in his feet though, couldn't find it. Penny out now for Troisher. Through the middle, Penny, rather Madison. Andrew, couple of ovens, stands him up. Puck still with Madison. Up to the point now. Accelerates down, backdoor, shot, banned on it. Puck in the middle, Penny flips this out of harm's way. Rolling puck, Madison corrals it, sends it in deep. Andrew gets a stick on this, gets a skate on it in. Gets help from Penny. Penny through the middle, connects with Madison. Backdoor doesn't connect. Good play by Henning, forced a bad pass. Off the bench, Madison tips it right to Kai. Kai in 1-on-2. Throws the brakes on. Gets help from Kale. Throws one on net. Goalie covers. Ball, Hart, Thornton, Fink, Coops. 10:07 left. Second period. Fox trails 2-1. Shots are 11-10 in favor of Fox. Coops on it. Dropped it for Kale. Kale over to Fink. Fink sends one through. Toe save. Coops down for it. Kale gets the run. Coop pokes it along for ball. Comes back to Costa. Posted, tied up, tries to drag it through. Madison gets this free. Hart's gets a piece of it, slows it down. Ball with the rest of it. Stood up at the blue line. Madison slips this in deep. Oops, first one there. Ridden into the boards by Madison. Gets out from Fink. Madison in the corner. Stood up by Coops. With it still in the corner. Ball on him. Ripped down low. Coops. First one there. Fans on it though. Behind the net, Fink. Fink gets up from ball. Puck to Hart's. Not out though. Fink to Kale. Along the boards here. Kale pokes it ahead for Hart's. Hart's fans on it though. Flipped over Kale's head to Fink. Fink skates this with the room over to Kale. Kale off the boards, not out. Or was out, but Madison took it away. Big hit by Fink. Stands him up. Puck behind the net. Kale ties him up. It's help from Poops. Down low. Puck tied up in Ryan's feet. Ryan escapes with it. Ryan's taken down. Fox will go to the power play here. Sorry, I just realized I forgot to post the link in the Facebook page. Fox to the power play. 0 for 1 today. Ryan, Ryder, Dylan, Lenny, Parker. Tops free. Parker down for it. Keeps it in. Rainey rides the blue line. Has his stick lifted. Throws the puck in deep. Madison's first one there. Puck hits Lenny's glove on the way out. Can keep it in. Mason sets this up. Ryan tucks behind the net with it. Throws the brakes on. Comes out near side with it. For Adams. Adams at the blue line, at the red line. Rides this puck in deep. Rims it hard around for Dill. Blowing with it. Backhands one along for Parker. Parker over to Henning. Lenny for Parker. Parker sends one two. Brighter with a tip on the crease. Couldn't find it. During gloves this down to the blue line. Rips one. Big bounce off the boards for Lenny. Lenny down deep for Ryder. Ryder rims it along for Ryan. Ryan picks this off the boards. Backhands one for Parker. Parker, front of the Fox bench. Middle of the blue line now. To Ryan. Ryan tries to go back to for Lenny. Quick escape. Comes right back to Ryan. 1 minute left on the power play. Adams. No. Pitch through the middle. New power play unit out for Fox. Mason sets it up for Parker. Parker goes down on the red line. Gets enough of it, though. Keeps it out of harm's way. Penny in 1-on-4. Madison up top. Ty gloves this down. Ty over for Langen. Langen to Andrew. Andrew mans the middle. Over to Kai. Kai down for Penny. Penny tries to tap one to Langen. Can't. Langen gets it back to Braxton. Takes a hit. Kicks it to Langen. Langen off the boards. 20 seconds left. Andrew with it. Andrew rides the blue line. Spins one through. Save. $16 seconds left on the power play for Fox. Penny, Ball, Langen, Kai, Prokop. Face off, Penny, side of the net. Can't get all of this. Madison with it. Rimmed around. Andrew's not going to get there. 8 seconds left down the power play. Andrew settles this puck down. Throws it to Ryan. Not to Ryan, to Langen. Langen to Ball. Ball through the middle. Drops it for Kai. Even strength now. Kai, geometries to Langen, or to Ball, rather. Ball back to Kai. Kai over to Langen. Langen at the hash mark sends one that is saved into the corner. Langen follows it up. Poke past him, though. Langen rims this down low. Madison's going to be the first ones there. Chips all the way out. Icing. How is that not icing? Langen with it for Granville. Granville's got Kai and Hartz. Just gains the red line, throws it in deep. Hart's the first one there. Over skates this, but Granville skates right into it. Tips it off the boards, gets past Fink. Gonna have to hurry there. Shot save, Mason. Hartz with a stick, throws this down. Granville throws this not out, comes to the point. Got through, hits a body. Poked away to Day. Day backhands one. That doesn't get out. Down deep, Madison with it. Centering pass. Mason moves this along the boards. Shot blocked by Granville wide. Day picks this up, backhands it along. That's curving. And it's icing. Penny and Taya Thornton out with Duraney and Lennon. They have one to Jack. Tied up in his skates. Duraney gets this out for Antaya. Antaya off the board. It's going to be too strong for Kale. Icing. It's off to the left of Mason. Same five. It's off one to Langen, poked off his stick behind the net. Madison can't get there. Duraney poked ahead for Penny. Intercepted by Duraney again. Parker looks behind the net for Langen, finds him. Langen flips this ahead for Antaya. Knocked down by Madison. Kale gets a stick on this, and Taya puts it the rest of the way in. Penny gets chased. Penny takes us away behind the goal line. Penny looks. Madison chips ahead. Langen takes a look, throws it ahead for Dylan. Dylan in deep. Ryan doesn't get there. Dylan races after it. Dylan lays the body. Puck knocked down by Ryan in the middle. Ryan looks for Dylan. Dylan shot. Andrew saved. Loose. Still loose. Oh! Dylan to Ryan. Ryan in. Saved. How about intent to injure? Huh? Yeah, he just hacked him. What's that? Hoopton Duraney, Torture, Lightfield, Adams. Off looking for any combination here on the power play. Oh, for everything today. Duraney to Coops. Coops back to Parker. Parker, Dylan's home for it. Dylan, top of the circle. Down for the shot goes wide by Ryan. It was down for Adams. He flipped it to Ryan at the bumper. Rimmed around by Parker. Dylan off the boards to Parker. Parker to Coops. Coops takes this down low, moves it back to Parker. Parker thought about shooting. Does. Tip. Gets past post near side. Duraney picks this up. Slides it over to Dylan on the red line. Dylan through the middle for Adams. Adams turns. Hits Coops. Coops to Ryan. Ryan breaks it right back in. Throws the brakes on. Far side hits Dylan. Dylan to Parker. Shot wide. Pops out to Coop. Coop shot. Oh, hits a stick. Dylan can't get there. Parker's going to get there first. 110 left. Poked along by Madison, though. Fox gets a change. Easton out. Ryan off. Dylan skates over this. Parker takes it out near side. Takes a look to Dylan. Dylan enters the zone. Poked off his stick. Turns at the blue line. Accelerates now at the dot. Shot. Save. Oops. Can't corral this. Madison throws it out of the zone. Andrew with it. Evades one. 35 seconds left. Over to Kai. Kai through the middle. Ball calls for it and gets it. Ball in the zone. Throws the brakes on. Takes a look. Pass splits Kai and Andrew. Over to Langen now. Langen enters zone. Drops at the ball. Ball. Oh, dangerous pass. Kai keeps this in. That is out of the zone. 10 seconds on the power play. Mason sets this up. Over to Andrew. That will pretty much do it for the Fox power play. Failed to connect again. The pennant. Poked away. Andrew gets a stick on there. Shot. Mason. Toe save. Robs them. Langen to Hartz. Hartz tries to flip this. It's going to hit a Madison player. Penny, Granville, Jay, Fink, Hoops. Face off. Madison, Fink with the hit. Jay ties this up. Not out. Madison takes it away. Throws it in deep. Hoops absorbs the hit. Puck poked along. Penny ties him up. Up to the point. Connects. Shot. Mason fights this off into the corner. Granville right up to the point. Blocked by Fink. Off the glass. I'm saying that might roll on net. Does not. We have Dylan, Kale, Jake, Langen, and Durango. Face off one by Madison. Rim down low. Dylan comes away with it. Dylan through the middle, takes this. Out for Duraney, up for Antea. Antea's first one there. Throws one in the middle, hits Dylan's feet. Kale takes this away. And his feet to Dylan. Knocked off his stick. Dale hard after it. Puck rimmed ahead by Madison. 20 seconds left. Langen's the first one there. Backhands one along. Madison lets this go in deep. Dale. Oh, no. Langen. Flipped in deep. All right, back to the start of the third here. Box trails 2-1. Hale was your lone goal scorer in the second period. Shots are 18-3 in favor of Fox. 0 for 3 or 4 on the power play, 1 for 1 on the PK. All right, start of third. We're going to have obviously Mason and net, Langen and Duraney, Molyneux, Ball, Thorington. Ball wins this over to Kale. Kale ties up in front of the Madison bench, kicks it back to Ball. Ball, Langen, one on over to Kai. Kai to Parker, misses him, skips off the board, right to him. Thrown in deep. Kale gets chase with Ball. Backhanded along, cut off by Ball. Duraney step, kicks this down. Bouncing puck comes to Kale at the blue line. Hits a stick, comes to Parker. Parker to Kai. Kai in, pulls it around. Bounces to Madison along the board. Kale pokes this back in the zone. D to D for Madison now. Madison to exit through the middle. Nice swing arm as well. Mason plays it over to Jack. Jack reverses it for Parker. Parker to Kai. Kai tries to get one through the middle to Ryan. Can't. Puck rims all the way around to Mason. Kai through the middle. Kale helps us along to Langen. Langen enters his zone. Shot blocks. Langen on the goal line. Down low for Ryan. Bouncing puck. Ryan stands it up. Kicked along. Dylan over there for it. Dylan lays the body. Puck out of his zone. Andrew's going to pick this up in the B zone. Andrew for Lenny in front of Mason. Lenny, that's going to miss and be an ice. What do we got here? Okay. Dylan, Ryan, Braxton, not Ryan, Dylan, Ryder, Braxton, Lenny, Andrew. Face off, comes to the point. Madison takes this out of his zone. E to D in front of the benches. And on Mason, he gloves this down and covers it. And he takes the draw. Loses this shot. Mason sucks it up. Same time. Dylan in to take the draw though. Dylan wins this into the corner for Andrew. Andrew takes it behind the net. Goes to breaks on, turned over. Lenny puts it right back behind the net though. Loose in the middle, shot fan down. Dylan with it. Braxton calling for the tip. Dylan can't get it to him. Puck in deep. Puck comes back to Dylan behind Mason. Now Dylan with time. Jesus. Andrew took a penalty behind the play. One of the Madison kids, tripped Mason on the way out. Andrew jumped the kid, and ironically, Andrew's the only one that gets a penalty. Ballsy wins that forward. Hearts ball, St. Coops. Madison with it. That's connect, not in the zone. Madison has to pull it back out. And around Coops, Coops gets back out, takes that away. Behind the net, Fink ties up the puck. Loose in the middle. And on and out of the zone. Madison, B and back. Coop pokes this away out of the zone. All gets chase. Madison overstates this. Front of the Fox bench, Coop stands him up. Fink races over, gets there. Backhand for the long, not out. Coops him in the corner. Puts the long, Madison with it. Top of the circle. Dot. Shot blocked by Costa. Puck comes right back to Madison now. Like a hash mark up top now. Backdoor doesn't connect. Hearts. Along the boards. Madison with 45 seconds left on the PK. Down below the goal line now. Side of the net. Now at the half back. Rips near side. Skips off the stick. Down low. Fink gives chase. Doesn't win that. Backdoor doesn't connect. Down low again. 20 seconds left down the PK. Madison with him at the blue line. Down low. Bottom of the circle. Walks in. There. Andrew's going back to the box. He said something after the goal. Faced off one by Madison, 2-2. And chipped in deep. Play five aside. Parker with the puck behind the net. Accelerates up the middle. Flips it over to Granville. Back to Parker. Parker enters the zone. Keeps it down low. With Day in the corner. Hey, bud, can I have you move back just a little bit, please? Can I have you? Thank you. You're all right. Appreciate it, though. And he zooms it around. Day gets facing the corner. It's knocked down by Parker in front of the Madison bench. Kareem's to Langen. Langen off the boards to Day. Day ahead to Penny. Penny. Granville and deep. I see.